Now, if you've ordered one of these EVOLPOW, whatever it's called, um, lifting racks, budget-friendly ones that you found on the flash sale or something on Facebook, it comes in two boxes. The first box comes with the smaller pieces. The second box comes with the longer legs. I'm going to show you how to put these together. So the easiest to start with first. You get the feet here on each side first. You get that back piece right there that has the threaded two holes in the middle. You bolt this down right in between it, right here. Do that, and let's go to the next step. There's only 2 screws in the kit that can go to this. That's it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and attach these 2 little feet. This is how you do. This is the, I think this is the feet that you put back here by that bracket we just put on there, 1 hole over, and that's where you put your feet whenever you do your rows and stuff. It's 4 bolts. 4 bolts, washer on one side, put it through, washer on the other side, and then nut. It's only these 2 are for something else. I don't know what they're for. They're 2 special bolts by themselves. I have no clue. It looks like they're a little bit shorter than these, so it'd be for something later. There's a whole kit, so 4 bolts. I'm assuming these are it. So 4 bolts, 4 nuts, or 4 washers, 2 nuts. Sorry, I apologize. It's 4 bolts, 8 washers, and 4 nuts. It looks like this. $17mm. So I went ahead and took that back bracket with the same 4 bolts and 8 nuts. No, the same 4 bolts, 4 nuts, and 8 washers, and I mounted them here and over here. 17mm. Just got them nice and snug. Let's move on to the next step. All right, I'm gonna go around and put these 4 posts on, numbers facing in. See how it says 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Numbers facing towards you. Don't tighten the bolts up. I just went ahead and put them in right there on the bottom. I'm gonna do all 4 of them. They go to these little brackets right here on the side. And then once we get our top pieces in, that's when we'll figure out where we need to put them. And there's a different way to look at it. You know, you got a set of holes higher here. You got a set of holes lower. I put them in lower because that's what the directions show. The directions show using the lower set of holes to go through, so that's what I did. All right, I'm changing it up. I'm gonna do one side at a time. I'm gonna put those 2 in, and then I'm gonna grab the corresponding one that reads correctly, and I'm gonna put those 2 in up there. And they're all the same 17mm, the long bolts. The other 2 we'll figure out later what they're for. But I'll go ahead and put the side piece in now, and then that will show me how true I am sideways. How I started it is I put 1 bolt in, I just let it hang, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift it up, join the other side over here, and that way it makes my life easier, and then I can put the other bolts in. All right, I got them in, just kind of loosely put together. Let's move on to the next step. The next step is going to be getting those other legs put in over here, and then the cross member put in, and then at the end of it, after that step, we're going to have to put the supporting piece across, and these nuts are going to have to come back off. That's why you don't want to tighten them right now. I thought about it, and I don't want to put this side on first. I actually want to put the cross member over on first. So I started one. I'm going to flip it down and start the other, and then I'm going to build this side into that, just like this side here, just like this. And while you're at it, and you've got that hanging over right here, you can go ahead and get your pull-up bar and get it mounted as well. See how much easier that worked out? Now the pull-up bar's there and that bar's there. Now we can build this box in on this side to go up and attach to those 2 instead of having to fight those to get them in there afterwards. And I did this all literally with 1 hand. I held that on the top one, screwed the nut on, let it pivot down, screwed the nut on the bottom, done. All right, I kind of got it where I want it. It's all sloppy, not tight right now. I need to put this piece in there, but before I stick all the bolts in there, I have to make my put that up there, let it pivot down, pull it up, take my bottom bolts out, kind of wiggle it in there. You'll see. All right, you see how I just have it hanging right here? I don't have a nut on either. There. I don't have a nut on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to pivot it back up. I'm going to get this side nut and bolt put in top and bottom, and then I'm going to take those back out and then work it in that side top and bottom. Now you can see I'm kind of just letting it hang over here. Now I can pull these bolts out and get this side started, get it squared up. So these got to come back out and go back in. I'm going to try to do them probably both at the same time. You can do it however you want when you go to tighten everything up, but I'm actually going to use a level to get mine situated, because as you can see, that ain't level. I'd have to come all the way out here to make it level. So I'm going to use a level to level mine, and as I tighten the bolts down, I'm going to start with the bottom. This is what it looks like all tightened up. It's a little off, but whatever. Pretty good overall. I'm okay with it. Now let's get to putting the rest of it together. I figured out what them two shorter bolts were for. Right here. So you can do your barbell rows. You stick the barbell in there and then clamp it, run a little screw nut down through there, and then you can sit there with your barbell on the other side of that. That right there slides over the barbell, and then you sit here and you do bent over rows to work your back with it. Now I might have had those two shorter bolts mixed up, because that for the barbell bent over rows, those two shorter bolts there could have went up here, where I think this is a hook where you can hang your bar. When you're done, you can hang it up and put it away. So I put the two longer bolts here. It's probably the shorter bolts that should have went here, and the two longer bolts should have went down there, because there's going to be a lot of weight on it. But I did get it to where these bolts go all the way through. The threads are sticking out the backside, so I don't see a problem with it. I'm just going to leave it. Just know that if you do it, you're going to want those shorter ones up there and those longer ones down there. But these bolts did go through all the way, so I'm leaving them alone. And I went ahead and slid my little sidebars in there. The back goes in first. This thing, let me see if I can do this one hand. This thing pivots up and back, and then I'm putting it in number 3 right now, and then number 3 over here, and then it pulls back through. To lock it in, push down, and it locks it in. And that's your safety bar if you're doing squats, if you're doing bench press inside this thing, whatever you may need to use it for. And here's your wear pad right here, so that needs to go up. Then if you wanted to put something out here so you can hang some weights, you put this over here, slide it through all the way, and now you got a spot to hang weights. Same thing on the other side over here. Now you can hang weights there. It's got a little cant up so the weights don't slide off on you. Your other accessory kit that comes with it is these dip bars. This is the front of it. Just kind of got them so there you can go in close, you can go out wider. And then you got a couple like squat rack hooks. Get back here. You got a couple squat rack hooks that go in here now. Let's do this one here too. Right above number 9. There you go. Am I off? I'm off a little bit, ain't I? I need to go up one more. There we go. Now I'm good. Alright, now I'm going to put this piece on here with the tab facing up, and you've got a bolt through, washer, 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 and a nut, tighten it up. Alright, then you're going to want to put this piece here, this piece that I'm touching right now. You're going to want to put 2 of the longer bolts through there and fasten it together. And then your next step after that is you got this like stainless or polished, whatever it is. This goes with that tab right there facing in. Pretty sure anyway. And then you put a bolt nut washer combo through that as well on the bottom. So I went ahead and opened up my accessory bag. They had some clamps in there. They have a set of 4 clamps. And then they had the rubber stop for the weights. They go up and down on this. So what we need to do now that we got that bolt snugged up and the rod can still move, the rubber bumper put on there. Now this thing here slides on. You got to try to get it down, fit down over this. Then after you get that piece to slide down on, you're ready for your top pulley system, which is this over here. This needs to be mounted next. Alright, here's the next step. You got one of the long bolts through here. You got 2 of the bolts through here. And now you're ready to start putting your pulley system on and any accessories that you have left. I don't know, it shows putting this bar in here. I'm pretty sure you don't have to do this right now. But it shows sliding this long bar in here. And once you get it slid in, sliding a foam piece on, sliding a foam piece on, and then putting your little locking pins on the outside on each side. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Now you can see what I'm doing here is you got 2 different cables in your kit. This cable here, I went ahead and threaded it in as far as I could get it to go. I could probably get it to go more, but I did it by hand. And then I ran this nut down, snugged it up to lock it in. And then I moved the cable up and over the pulley first, and then I put the pulley and the bolt in. So then now I just have this dangling on the other side, and I'm going to keep putting the pulley system together. Actually, I noticed something that I screwed up. I put this pulley on here, and I realized I was supposed to run that cable through that gap and then down here to this. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, it should have went through the hole right there. It should have went through the front, through that, over the pulley, and down into that. Now I need to take this out. This stays forward. This ball, it stays forward. Now I need to take this pulley and relocate it to over here. And by the way, while we're here, those shorter bolts that were in the kit are going to do all the pulley system. That's what they were for. The longer bolts were for everything else. The shorter bolts were for all the pulleys. But you're still going to do a bolt, a washer, and a nut. So a bolt, a washer, and a nut. So I got my next pulley in right there. Goes down here, double sider, up, down. Now I got my front pulley in right there. As you can see, the cable, the ball stops there. The cable goes through, goes over that pulley, under that pulley, back up, and then down. Now I'm going to work on the cable that goes from that down there. There's a bolt that goes through. It's a little tiny bolt that's in the kit. It's the smallest of the big bolts. It anchors the eyelid down through there, so it's a bolt, washer, nut, and then that cable comes up and over this pulley right here and then back down to the pulley that's going to go right there in that bracket. Okay, so the eyelid for the other cable goes down there, comes up through the pulley system here, and then it goes back down under the pulley there, and that's it. That's the entire pulley system. You can start buttoning everything up, tightening everything down. I got my daughter helping me for the last little part right here. She wanted to help, so then shows to use your hook there, chain, and then hook, and then you can do some cable pull, some rows right there. You could lat pull down stuff here. It comes with other stuff in the kit as well. Like I said, that's an accessory bar that goes over the end of your barbell for hooking into that thing right there. One side of the barbell will go there. The other side of the barbell you'll stack with weights, and you'll put that on the end of it, or you'll put that on first and put the weights on after it, and you use that to pull up and work your back. They give you these here. They give you this if you want to do, like, I don't know, ankle pulls or something like that, whatever the hell it is. I don't know what they do with these things anymore. But you get accessories with it. You get a nice tricep extension pull down as well. Take this and hook it up there in that eyelid. So yeah, that's how you put the system together. Now we're gonna go get some weights and put on it. I'm gonna tighten all this up real quick. And just like that, we got a weight set, a bench, fitness mat, kind of like a, this was like $40 for the weight tree. This was like $120 for the fitness bench. The padding, the floor was $40 for the padding. 300 pounds of weight with the bar from Dick's Sporting Goods was $300. The unit itself, this whole shelving system, I bought the more upgraded version with the pulley system. It's got your rows, lat pull down. It comes with all the different accessories to change up all your different exercises, dip bars, pull-up bars, all that. And I'm going to try it out real quick. It's 205. There you have it. New at-home gym. We're gonna keep building on it, and we'll have some more in the future. It's but a little bit of a budget build, less than, I don't know, less than $900, and I've got everything that I need at the gym that I normally would use at the gym right here, and I can have the baby out here with me while I'm doing it. That's the whole reason why I did this, is because I was having a problem helping her in the evening whenever I'd get home from work. It was after leaving, go to the gym, but then I'd spend 2 hours at the gym trying to wait on different workout stations and stuff to get in there, and eventually it just got to a point where it's a waste of money. And I wasn't getting my real good workouts in, plus I was missing time with the baby. But now I can just bring the baby out here and work out, and I ain't paying a gym membership anymore. It'll pay for itself in the first year. So, great equipment. Never heard of these guys before, but I seen them on Facebook on a flash sale, so I gave them a chance. EVOLPOW, and the shipment for all the pieces came in 2 boxes. So if you ordered this, I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form understand 2 boxes and then the whole putting it together. Appreciate y'all. Be blessed.